97's the OK. Steve Shannon Show with producer MJ. Need to get Dr. Bill Renk from Swedish American, pediatrician from Swedish American, on the phone with us this morning after seeing the headline about pregnant women who get COVID-19 vaccines pass the antibodies to newborns. Dr. Renk?
There's been several studies that show that there is no increased risk, to the unborn fetus, though long-term side effects, as far as you can tell, being a year and a half out, and no increased risk of complications of pregnancy in women who are vaccinated while they're pregnant. Also, this new study came out that showed 100% of infants whose mothers were vaccinated during pregnancy received protective antibodies against COVID. So that happens in a lot of diseases and a lot of immunizations. The unborn infant receives what's called passive immunity. They get antibodies from their mom, and that starts around week 17, 18 of gestation, and that occurs with other vaccines like chickenpox, where the mom passes along that. And that immunity generally stays for weeks to months once the baby is born. And in this study, the infants whose mothers received Pfizer, Moderna, 100% of them received protective antibodies against COVID. Now, it was a smaller study, 36 infants, and there's obviously more data to come and more studies to come, but it's certainly good news and protects newborns when they're the most vulnerable to diseases, so that's very good. We've learned that pregnant women are much higher risk for severe disease from COVID, so I think it's pretty clear that we recommend that pregnant women, breastfeeding women, women of childbearing age, everybody get vaccinated, but those who are at higher risk, it's even more important. And, worldwide, we're up to over 6 billion doses of vaccine given. In the United States, we're up to almost 400 million doses. A little over half the population is fully vaccinated, but it's still a slow process. And at the current rates, the whole herd immunity thing and the controversy behind that, but herd immunity, around 75% of the population needs to be vaccinated globally. And, at the current rate, that's going to occur at about 6 months from now, if all goes well. And we obviously know we have winter coming and, what can happen then. But certainly it seems that COVID is becoming a disease of the unvaccinated. The vast majority of people who are hospitalized or get severe disease or die have not been vaccinated. So just remember, just like the flu shot, even if it, in quotes, doesn't work, you're still going to be much better off vaccinated than unvaccinated, much less risk of severe disease, hospitalization, and death. So it seems pretty clear that the vaccine's safe, effective, and one of our ways out of this sooner than later. We're still looking 6-7 months down the road, if all goes well.
Oh, thanks, Dr. Renk from Swedish American. Stay in the conversation with him on that topic and many others on his Facebook page, Doc Billy Renk, again from Swedish American. He's a pediatrician.